Is it your right to die? Is it your choice? Whose choice is it? Physician-assisted suicide is a highly controversial topic that brings up forth many opposing opinions. Each individual's morals has a huge impact on this subject. The religion of a person practices also has a huge impact on what to do with terminally ill patients. People's perceptions about life also make a difference. One way to look at it is the person is dying with dignity and on their own terms. Another way, that is time being lost by that person. Think about one of your own family members, the situation that they are in, or that they have been in the past. Consider the emotions that are going to be felt by everyone. Significant others, family, friends, loved ones. Physician-assisted suicide should be legal for terminally ill patients because of their freedom of rights, their pain and their suffering, and the emotions that the families may experience. First, I'm going to talk about a patient's freedom. Freedom is something that people have fought for throughout history, whether it be for their rights, speech, or the ability to end their own life on their own terms. Everyone fights for something that they believe in. Not everyone agrees with everyone's opinion, but hey, no two people are the same. According to Attorney General Cheryl Smith, quoted in the Assisted Suicide Controversy, Americans have a common law and constitutional right to refuse unwanted medical treatment. The right extends to the removal of life-sustaining equipment. This right to die should extend to aid in dying for the terminally ill, at their own request. To go along with that, Kevin Drum talks about the steps that must be taken to grant the assisted suicide. Drum states, request for DWDA drugs must be confirmed by 2 witnesses and approved by 2 doctors. The patient must not be mentally ill, and most important of all, both doctors have to agree that the patient has less than 6 months to live. Not just any one person can go in and say that they want to die. They have to be terminally ill. Think about if you were told you only had 6 months left to live. Would you rather go on your own terms, when you could still think on your own, still have your own state of mind, still say your own goodbyes? Going along with what Smith said, people have the freedom to say not to resuscitate me. If a person has a right to not to be resuscitated, then it should have the right to pass while they're still on their own terms of self-being before they get bad or even worse. The care we offer our elderly and chronically ill in America still is less than ideal. According to Angela Morrow, quoted in Reasons for Seeking Physician-Assisted Suicide, an estimated 40 to 70% of patients die in pain. 50 to 60% die feeling short of breath. 90% of those are in nursing homes, where patients go to receive 24-hour nursing care. See, pain and suffering is a different definition to everyone. The definition does not include their pain scale, but their physical and mental capabilities. A doctor can't define a pain scale for somebody, but to say how bad their pain really is. It's more of a perception thing. Some people are really independent and have learned to be that way. In my own experiences, my dad, who passed away of cancer, was really independent. He had lived on his own for years and did not like the help of anyone. He felt as if he wasn't capable, that he was so weak. So it was painful for him just to lay there and not be able to even feed himself towards the end of his life. This is kind of the same thought that Jacqueline Heermans, president of the Association for the Right to Die with Dignity, has written. Quoted, I am the master of my life. I am the one to decide if I have to suffer or not. If I was told I only had 6 months to live, I would want to live having my own state of consciousness and not be in unbearable pain. I can also understand where religion can partake in this, such as whomever they believe in, saying that they must live the life that is granted to them. Just like a doctor can't say what level of pain someone's in, they shouldn't be able to say whether they want to end their life like that or not. Emotions of a family could go in many different directions. Emotions vary from person to person. Every person also has his or her own story on what is going on that specific day. Emotions could be worse some days over others. These emotions could include, money, loved ones, mixed feelings about certain things. Not everyone has insurance. All insurances won't keep them on when something drastically ill goes on like this. Hospital stays get really expensive very quickly, so everything just seems to add up. The stay, medicine, supplies, food, just a couple things. Doesn't even include parents taking time off work, travel and expenses. When people get stressed out, they sometimes tend to get short and snappy. So there's always chances of family members having tension at the top of this situation. The most important thing at the time is their loved ones being in the condition that they are in. No one wants to see their family member hurt or sick, especially not terminally ill or in a PVS, persistent vegetative state. Humphrey and Clement wrote in Freedom to Die about a 21-year-old girl who is in a persistent vegetative state. They wrote about the state of the girl, some of the emotions and steps that her mama went through. They said, making the situation much more painful for family members and loved ones following the initial coma, in which eyes are closed. The PVS patient evolves into a condition of eyes open unconsciousness, which is the vegetative state. It's not easy to want to go through physician-assisted suicide, but when more than one doctor says there is no chance of them doing anything ever again, it may put some people at rest to have closure sooner. There's always going to be the tough grieving process. In personal experiences, it's sometimes better to know that they aren't suffering anymore. It's hard. No one said it was easy. So in conclusion, this is not an ideal situation for any one person to be in, nor a position that they want to be in. It would be hard to make that decision. You think of all the what ifs. But respect of people's decision is the utmost important thing. Respect people's wishes and beliefs of how their life should go. It is definitely not easy to take time to figure things out. Whether they choose to go through their terminally ill case or fight for physician-assisted suicide, they should be the ones to choose to hang on or to go with their own state of mind. Some people want goodbyes. Some people just want to go when they do. It's an unfortunate choice that some have to make, but I believe the choice should be left up to them.